Just told her to leave. Right. I started writing a lot, and then it sort of just got to notes.
Like your lessons.
As Sarah knows, I never write a lesson plan. It's because I learned from her, though. Right, I mean, I started on here by writing good afternoon, but that's wrong already, so it's a good start. You know. I'd like to thank John for his speech. Lovely. Great. And now, my lovely bride. I'd like to thank you for so many things, but mostly for just turning up today. Really good. Thanks a lot. Jen, I'm sure you agree, looks beautiful today. John's already mentioned it. She always looks gorgeous, but absolutely breathtaking today. Just absolutely gorgeous. Back to my notes. Right. So, I mean, I just thought I'd start about talking about a little bit when Jen and I first met, and then take it a kind of a weekly thing through the whole relationship. So, week one. When we first met, one thing that really drew us together was our mutual self-confidence. I remember me and Jen were chatting, and she said very sarcastically, "I must work on my self-confidence problem," as she talked very brashly at me. And personally, I said to my friend Ilias on the same night, to prove my lack of self-confidence, "Oh yeah, see that girl over there, I'm going to have her number by the end of the night." And of course. This continued from Jen as we went on our first date. I dropped her back to her house, and without batting an eyelid, she quickly asked, "Would you like to do this again sometime?" Very forward manner. It's my wife you're talking about.
My daughter first.
I can't repeat that. Right. But then this could change her confidence as that night we'd fitted in a date before I went to play football, which happened even more then than it did now. Mostly because I met Jen. So she made me late for football, and she'd sent me a text checking if I was alright, and I got there on time, and she knew she'd made me late. But I was blissfully unaware of her worry about it at all, and my team, Watham, had just won 10-1, which was really good. A lot of the players were over there, and they won that night because most of them were away skiing. So yeah, and so Jen thought she'd messed things up until the next morning I texted her like, "Oh, it was great, yeah, we won the game." And so that was quite interesting. I didn't help this on the second date because Jenna texted me saying, "Oh, what do you want to do?" We'd already organised that this was the day we were going to go for a date, and I've been away for the weekend. She's like, "Oh, what do you want to do? Do you want to go for dinner?" Now, because I was quite broke at the time, I didn't want to go for dinner because I'd have liked to have paid for it, and I didn't have the money to do that. So I said, "Oh, I don't really want to go for dinner." But being my really communicative self, I just said, "Oh no, I'm a bit broke, I don't want to go for dinner." And so, in a text message, so I didn't really come across that way. Luckily, we still met, and it was really good. One of the first times, again with this self-confidence thing, I noticed that she was really special, is when I caught sight of us both in the mirror, and I found myself looking at her rather than me. Which was something that was a real breakthrough in my life. Jen is just absolutely special, and everyone who meets her absolutely loves her. So many people have said to me, whether they've known Jenny for years, worked with her, been a family friend, or whatever, "You're so lucky to